All right, back again. Thursday boots. These are the presidents. This is a year review for them from me. Thursday boot presidents. I had them a year. I'm gonna tell you about them here in a second. But as always, I like to start with a stick. Today I'm doing this Punch Knuckle Buster. Punch Knuckle Buster Habano wrapper. It's a Nicaraguan, Honduran filler, the Nicaraguan binder. I'm a fan of Nicaraguan sticks. Oliva is my brand. My top favorite brand. But this punch here is what I call a $5 holler. When your friends come over and you're like, hey man, let's go smoke a stick. And whether it's impromptu, they didn't bring them, you just grab a couple of these and give them to them, a little $5 stick. Still good, enjoyable. Not something I'd break out to like celebrate or do whatever with, but it's just one of those little, I call $5 holler sticks. Or, you had that friend that, hey man, let's go smoke cigars. And they, oh man, I left my cigars at home. I always carry a couple little $5 hollers and say, here you go. Right? Because we all had those friends, man, that they show up or you go out to smoke and, man, I didn't bring my cigars. Or, they never come to the cigar bar, but they come to your crib when it's time to smoke. They don't have a stick, which I'm okay with, because if I invite you over to smoke, everybody's getting sticks. And if I invite you over to smoke, I'm not giving out $5 hollers. But some people enjoy these, man. So it's an okay stick, man. I get decent smoke out of it. Let's see here. Yeah, decent smoke out of it. For a $5 holler, you don't get a lot of transition. It's not a complex. It gives you just a tobacco-y taste. That's what it does. So there it is, $5 holler. Let me say this, the draw on it, it's okay. It's kind of a moist stick. So a lot of times I'll take these little $5 hollers and, like, if I know I got that guy coming over or whatever, I'll leave it out the humidor for a few hours or maybe even a day. Because for some reason, this is always a moist stick. I have to struggle with it, keeping it lit. It's in the same humidors as my other stuff, and I don't have problems with it. So I don't know if it's the Nicaraguan Honduran blend, but that's that, man. I'm not a huge fan of Habano wrappers, but like I said, $5 holler, there you go. Now, Thursday boot presidents year review. So it's getting that time for boot season. So I'm pulling them out, conditioning them, getting ready for the harsh weather, rain, all that good stuff. I do try to wear boots year round when I can. Certain boots I can wear year round. This one is not one I wear year round. I usually wear it in cold weather. But I will say this with Thursday. It's a under $200, let's just say $200 boot. Let's don't say under 200. It's 200 and some change after tax and all that stuff. Thursday says, they just really wanted to make an affordable boot. Even though, they could say this is a heritage style or rugged, whatever. It's truly not that. However, it does look good. This is in black coffee, okay? Reason why I chose black coffee, I don't really wear a lot of black shoes. But this, in the right light or no light, it looks black. In bright light, it looks brownish, a dark brownish, chocolatey-ish. Okay, if I can conjugate that word, chocolate-ish. So that's why I picked it out. But let me tell you, man, they're day night type of sole. As you can see, I do wear it. Um, this boot from Thursdays, and I got about 10 pair of different Thursday boots. I should say Thursday products, footwear products. This one actually is the most comfortable that I own. The leather feels really good. It broke in real easy, and they're Goodyear welt. So Thursday boots to me are always heavy. I got a pair of Parkhurst that is a real true rugged, resilient service boot that you can just have that one boot and do everything and anything with it. I don't kick dog shit, and I don't jump in puddles. But with that Parkhurst I got, I can definitely do that. Anyway, back to the Thursday. This is a nice looking boot. It's just a nice looking boot. You're gonna pay $200 some change. But this is the most comfortable Thursday boot that I have. One of the issues I have with Thursdays is the sizing. Out of all the boots I have, they all fit and feel different. I can have another President boot and it fit and feels different. I can have a Captain boot and it fit and feels different. I don't know why that is. I know they come up with changes where, hey man, we're doing this last or that last, but that's all fine and dandy. I'm a true 13, so they say size down a half, which I did. And I still put a pad in it because it still slides on me a hair. This one doesn't. I got other ones, and I'll show you that kind of do. I even went down to a full size of 12, and then that was too much. My toes was balled up here, and they're on the top. It was crazy. So anyway, Thursday, cork bed. Okay, they say over time it'll get hard on you. I don't think that'll happen for me because I have enough boots. I rotate a lot. But however, even with my fixed sock I put on, it doesn't fit snug like I like it. There's some slide. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a Parkhurst where it's not snug on my foot like, but my foot doesn't slide. But I have a lot of room where I can wiggle all my toes and I get no slide. So this is probably the best fitting one I have from Thursday. What else? I mean, for $200, if you want a boot, I just want to wear a boot to look good. Or, I'm not going to really do any kind of hard stuff in. I think they're okay company. You can see there, got a little fray there. I can do this because it's my boot. I'm not telling y'all to, but hitting with a little, burn that fray off, okay? That's just quality control. It should have never came out like that. But again, it's a $200 boot. It's not a Carmina, it's not a Blackbird, it's not a Mirrorman or Edmund, it's none of that. But if you just like boots, and you just want to get a boot, and you don't want to really spend more money, and you don't really want a heritage style boot where you can go out and move rock and do all kind of stuff and then brush it off and then go out on a date night or go to a cigar bar. If you don't do those things, I think this is fine. I would not wear this boot on things I've done with some of my other more heritage style rugged boots. I would not wear this boot to move rock and all that. But if I want to look good, I'd wear it, which I do. So I just put some of Venetian Leather Balm on it. They say you don't have to treat them, which that's fine, but for a year, It's a long time. It comes with tons of oil in it. You know, it's supposed to have pull up full grain leather, but it feels really good. It's a glove leather inside of it, which is, it's cool. I'm not tripping. You can see my pad I had to put in. I keep shoe trees and everything. What else? That's that, man. Leather stack heel. It doesn't wear down. I got some of my Beckett seminars. They will wear down fast, but they do take care of the bottom right here. Okay, so you're fine. What else? That's about it. But this is probably of Thursdays. I think it's probably it is definitely my most comfortable. I have one that I like better, that looks better, but this is more comfortable. Customer service with Thursdays, like I said, when I do have problems, they're quick to help me and fix the problem. But again, I've always told you, to me, customer service is when I don't have to deal with customer service. So I've already put some of this leather balm on it. I'm gonna buff it while I talk. To me, good customer service is when I don't have to deal with customer service. When I don't have to call and say, hey, what's wrong with my size? Or where's my order? Or usually for me, when I talk Thursday, it's about sizing. This doesn't fit right. The first time I had to deal with them, it was about, they sent me a boot and it did not look anything like it did online. The color was totally bad. That was a wingtip boot. I sent it back. They had me take some pictures and then they corrected it. So that's a good sign. But as you can see here, these type boots for me, I don't want them to like really shine. So I'll do a leather balm treatment on it for the season. So looks a little better. Now on this one, since we're here, I'm gonna do a little heel treatment that I learned from Levi Elliott and the Elegant Oxford at the trunk show in New York City. I am not a shoe shine person. I just do what my dad taught me. If you've been following me, I tell you what he taught me and what we had to do every Saturday. So now this gives me a reason to come out here, do my shoes, reminisce, think about Pops, and smoke a stick. I want to do, somebody asked me if I could do a live video of this. My stick fell off. I don't mind doing that. So yeah, man, this is Thursday. Like I said, this is the black coffee. Everything's acting crazy today, huh? But it's one of them days. This is the black coffee, man. You don't really see a lot of people with this boot online. Shine him up a little bit. Look at that. You don't really see a lot of people with this boot online. I think, like, man, I really like my guy, Shoe Snob. Fitzpatrick, man, Fitzy. He tells it like it is, man. His one hits, one take stuff. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you. I'm out of here. I love that about him. I think the reason why we don't see a lot of this color, because everybody buys the same color. I mean, you got influencers out here saying, well, you want to get brown, you got to get dark brown, and you go get it. I was somewhere, and I travel all the time, but I was somewhere, and I just happened to look down, and everybody had the same kind of color of shoe. I'm like, wow, man. I guess, we do live in a copycat era. And as my guy, the shoe snob, talks about, this is some Saphir wax here. As the my guy, the Fitzy, the shoe snob, talks, there's companies out here, as we say back in the 80s, biting off of other companies. Oh, they're doing that, let me do that. There's very few companies really wanting to push the envelope and be innovative. But I understand why, because, hey, it's not selling. People, look at that. See that string down in there? That's quality control there. It's a $200 boot now. You got business owners and CEOs, man, they trying to make money. And if people are afraid to step out and really get that shoe and be different, they're not going to make any money, so why should they produce? But then we get companies, Japanese companies and other companies that will, say, hey, well, we're bespoke. And the shoe snob says it's the best. They're really not. They're just making it made to order. There's another, see that down in there? Fray there. So I'm gonna let that dry. Just a little Saphir wax on it. Show you what it does. I did it before. This has some on it. I put this on it and I just let it dry. I put the shoestrings in just so I know which is what. Here's the difference. See that little shine on there? Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, man. So a lot of companies are afraid to. I'm just going to do this heel here. A lot of companies are afraid to do anything different because the consumers are really going off the influencers and saying, well, I'm going to be safe and I'm going to do this. I'm a different guy. I really think if you're a stylish person or just over 40, okay, we usually have the money. But if you're over 40, you have to do something a little different sometimes. Just something. Now look, I'm just going to do the sole. Now I'm doing the whole thing. So yeah, it's not a bad looking boot, man. Look at that. It's not a bad looking boot. The leather feels great on it. I don't really truly know where they tan it, where they buy the leather from. They kind of tell you a little bit, but you can go to their website and look. And so that's the other part. Like, we could talk about, at one point everybody's, oh yeah, when I was young, everybody was wearing gaiters, and then, oh, this is Italian leather, it's the best, because somebody told you it was the best. Was it really, truly? How did you know? Did you know it was the best? Now we're on this horse butt and shell cordovan, or horse butt now. Oh, that's the best because it costs more. Is it really the best? Really? Look at that, man. It's not a bad shoe. Bad looking shoe. Black coffee. Okay. Like I said, if it's, depending on how the light hits it, it can come across as black. So if you just want one shoe and you're not that guy that's going to wear it, trucking and dirt and all that, this is a good buy. It's a good buy. It's a little heavy, but it's a good year. And sizing for me, that's the other thing. Please understand this. I'm going to say this every time I do something. I truly miss going to a shoe store, trying the shoe on. Okay? Because just because I say it feels good on my foot doesn't mean it's going to feel good on your foot. Just because it doesn't feel good on your foot doesn't mean it's not going to feel good on mine. I have a long, kind of narrow foot, a true 13. So, the ball of your foot could be placed different than mine. So it's going to make the shoe feel different for you. And that's why I say that I don't like that we don't have shoe stores. On Allen Edmonds, you can have them. You can go in and try shoes on. And I think if you really want to spend money, you should probably go to a store and try it on. The company I do enjoy from India, Blackbird and Buddy, they have great shoes, but you can't, it's in India. You can see that here, where the heel is, that right there, from Thursday, see that? That's bad. I think I pointed that out when I first did my first review on it. But yeah, it's some issues. And then remember too, man, when you get it, look at all that. And then call Thursdays and say, hey man, something wrong with this shoe. I believe they will take it back and send you another pair. They'll make it right. I hope so. I usually take a pad like this if you want a better shine on it. My mitt, and just go over it. It gives a little bit of better shine. These here, I don't mind having a decent shine on them. Now, I did that heel with some wax. I don't put a mirror shine on them, but there's some companies, man, they really prep their soles and heels and all that. So when you do this little trick, man, it's going to shine. I only put one coat on there. You can put as many coat on there as you want of this Saphir wax. Like I can put another coat on there, let it dry, hit it, it'll shine even more. But this is Thursday, man. Thursday Boot Company. I got some more I'm going to do on them, but you can see some phrase there. You saw the one I burnt off. There's another one there. The problem would be fitting, the finding the right pair that fits your foot. You can see more there on this one. Just there. Couple frays here. See that? Right there. My fingers are dirty because I put that balm on with my hands. It's burning. I don't care. If it burns the leather, so what? There you go. I'm not telling you to do that. I did it. There you go. Burnishment. Burnishment. Yeah, so that's that, man. Thursday Boots, man. Go check them out. If you want a pair, $200, you just want to get into boots. I have a better recommendation. If you want to get into boots and you think you like, hey man, I just really want to wear. I want one boot, and that's all I want. Look into, right now I would say Parkhurst. It's going to cost you a little bit more, just a little bit, but it's a boot where you can just have one pair and wear it every day, all day. Thursday wise, if I had one pair to wear all the time, it would be this one. It would be the President in this black coffee. Again, like I said, it's not a lot online about them. That's why I got it. It's more brown. Everybody has a brown boot. When you go out and look, but you don't see this, well, they'll do black. But yeah, man, that's my Thursdays for this time. I got some more. I got to get ready for this time of season, boot season. And yeah, man, go check them out Thursdays.